I'm doing something no guru will do. 2 years ago, I entered the agency space having no idea what the hell I was doing. I had loads of self-doubt, I was anxious, and overall I wasn't sure if I could make money online. I spent the first 6 months in my parents' basement struggling to even sign one client. Since then, I've been able to generate over 7 figures online selling AI and automations. But the real question I've been asking myself recently is, could I do it again if I started with nothing? Could I sign a client in just 7 days with my AI automation agency? And that's exactly what this challenge is going to be. But there are rules to this challenge. Number 1, I have to sign a high ticket client in just 7 days. Number 2, I cannot use my personal brand, existing clients, or anything I've built before. Number 3, I only have a budget of $50 for the entire week to invest in my business, which I think is pretty reasonable. Most of you have $50. And number 5, I have to document the entire journey, showing you behind the scenes and making it as raw and authentic as possible. And with those rules in place, we better get started. But first, I am going to be giving away $500 and this AI automation agency to one of you who subscribes and watches this series all the way through as a way of giving back to you beautiful people. I love all of you. We're on a mission to get 100,000 subscribers this year, and I know we can make it happen together. So let's jump straight into day 1. So this is day 1. As you can see, the day is Friday, the 3rd of January, 12 p.m. and we need to get moving. I honestly don't know if this is actually going to be possible to sign a client in 7 days. That's pretty wild. So today we're going to set up the entire foundations. That includes finding a name for this new AI agency, finding a logo, finding a niche, building an offer. We need to do all of this today. So from tomorrow onwards, so we have 6 days to go full steam ahead at trying to book appointments and get clients, because if we're going to get a client in 7 days, we have to go full speed at this. There's no other option. So yeah, I'm going to jump straight into the whiteboard and build a bit of a brainstorming plan and just walk you through what I'm thinking on how I can do this as quickly as possible. So let's jump straight into the whiteboard. Okay, so 30 minutes is all we have. We have 30 minutes to essentially do the following to start our agency. We need a name for our agency, we need a logo, we need to select a niche, we need to create an offer that's compelling and can get people to buy, and then we finally need to create a landing page, and that's all going to be done in the next 20 minutes. To be honest, I'm going to absolutely speed run this. So yeah, let the 20 minutes, 30 minutes begin. So first of all, we need a name and a logo. So what I'm going to do is go over to ChatGPT, because I cannot be bothered to think of a name and a logo myself. So let's just say I'm creating an AI agency. I need a name for it. And let's see what it gives us. Actually, I'm going to tell it to give us, let's say 20 different names. And let's see what it gives us. I obviously need some caffeine, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do this quickly if I don't have caffeine. So yeah, it's given us 20 names. So don't like that one. Visionary AI, I think that's all right. Evolve AI actually sounds super sick. I'm thinking that one could be a good one to go with. Although Momentum AI, Adaptive AI, I actually quite like these. I'm not even going to lie. I think let's go with Evolve AI. I think that sounds pretty sick. So what we're going to do now is get a logo. So as you can see here, we need to do this first and foremost. So we just search for logo on Canva, and as you can see, we've already gotten some options. I think, yeah, we can just go with this one. Doesn't matter too much. We're going to absolutely speed run this. I'm going to show you how easy it is to scale. And hey, our agency, you guys have it completely wrong. You shouldn't be taking days to create like this shit. This should be like really quickly. So Evolve AI, I think that's absolutely fine. So let's download that. We want to download it as transparent. So boom, just like that, we are good to go. And we have already selected a niche. Well, no, not a niche, but we've selected a name and the logo. So now what we can do is select a niche. And what I've actually done in preparation for this video, I've created a niche checklist. So if we click on this, you're going to see that I've essentially created this Google Doc so you can select a niche if you're also starting from scratch, because there's only a few things you need to think about when it comes to niche selection. So first of all, if you're wondering why we actually need a niche, well, if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. In order for you to actually book an appointment in the first place, resonance must take place. Let me repeat that. In order for an appointment to take place, resonance must take place. Now, to make it easier to understand, because you may be thinking, Charlie, what does resonance actually mean? Well, people buy or book an appointment when they are problem aware. So how are you meant to relate your offerings to different market problems? For example, e-commerce. has a unique set of problems. Maybe it's fulfillment, maybe it's customer support. And if you were to reach out and your solution to that pain problem is molded and it resonates, that is when an appointment takes place. There are other factors, but likewise, if you're helping roofing companies, they may struggle getting enough leads in the door. Therefore, if you have one offer and help multiple different niches, it isn't going to work. So we need to select a niche, or at least have an idea of who we would like to help. And then if another business comes to us, sure, we can help them. It doesn't matter too much. If you're starting out, you can't be too picky, but you get the point. So here are the 5-step checklist that I'm going to be going through to help me actually pick a niche. So let's look at the first one. The first question: is there anyone I know that's a business owner that can get my foot in the door, get me some momentum, even if it's free work, to actually build a case study and then go from there? In this case, I can't actually do number one because I'm not allowed to use my connections in this challenge. But this is just, if you know someone that is a business owner, but these next 3 or 4 I can use. So what industry where I have the most experience in? That's a good question to ask yourself. So for me, it's probably the online space. It's probably infopreneurs, SaaS companies, fitness coaches. Those are the niches that I work with mostly, although I wouldn't be against maybe taking on a gym or another form of local business which is involved in that area. I think that's totally cool. So that's just giving me some ideas for what I could do. The third one, who wouldn't I mind working with? I see this where a lot of people work with like realtors, or let's say you're younger and you want to work with business owners. You'll find that some older business owners, you're not going to get on with them. So it's a bit awkward and you just won't enjoy the process. And I believe that if you aren't doing it for a year, you shouldn't be doing it for a day. So, or even 10 years, to be honest, you shouldn't be doing it to start with. So can I find a business owner in terms of their actual like personal profiles, phone numbers? And that's a fourth question to ask yourself. And because obviously that's really important, because it doesn't matter how good your offer is if you can't actually speak to the owner. And then the final question you should ask yourself when it comes to niche selection is the purchasing power, and TAM stands for total addressable market. So let's start with number one. Obviously I can't use this, so I'm going to cross this off. However, you could use that if you know someone that's a business owner. Please start there. Number two, this is a big one, so you need to be able to speak their language, because as I said, resonance comes from you basically molding your offer to their problems. And if that happens, and if they're in pain, that's when they buy. Everything you buy day to day is because you're solving a pain point. If you're buying food, it's because you're solving hunger. If you're buying water, it's because you're thirsty probably. So it's really important you understand their language as well, because that's going to help you bring you closer to them. So for example, if you're working with like med spas, using terminology like we will get you 10 extra dermaphil patients in the first 7 days would sound really good, although I'm not a specialist in that niche, but you get the point. Plus connection equals success. So connection being you just connect with them on the sales call and stuff like that, being able to understand their niche and resonate. So maybe you've worked a job in the past and you understand maybe a certain sector, an industry, something like that. If you don't worry at all. When I first started, I didn't have any like in-depth trenched knowledge of like fitness, which was the first agency that I scaled to about 15 to 20 clients, which was a done for you appointment setting offer. So that's the second thing. Third thing, so let's cross that off, is who wouldn't I mind working with? So I'd probably prefer to work with like, let's say 20, 30, 40-year-olds rather than the older niches. So I think humans are very illogical. We want to do what others want. So I see a lot of beginners when they start an agency, whether it's an AI agency, whatever it is, and they pick a niche because they see other people in that niche. And that's just totally illogical, and that's something you shouldn't be doing. You should try and remove all emotion. So would I actually like working with these people is a really good question to ask yourself when it comes to niche selection. And the fourth thing is it doesn't matter how good your offer is if you can't actually place it in front of the owner. So when scraping leads, can we find their first name, email, phone number? So for example, the reason I personally think gyms is harder than, let's say, online fitness coaches is because to get in front of the gym owner, you probably have to call them around 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. when they get into the office before everyone else. Or contrary, if you're helping fitness coaches online, then you message them, and most often than not, if they're a small online fitness coach doing probably 5K a month, 10K per month, you can speak to them in the DMs. They don't usually have an IG setter if they're smaller. So it's really like everything works, to be honest. It's just preference in terms of the strategies that I want to go. I'm going to do something that I don't usually recommend, but you can do this if you're a beginner and you really need to sign clients. You're going to split it up into 3 sectors. Now, I'm going to help, I think, fitness. So let's type fitness people. So coaches, personal trainers, people online, or people who are on the gym floor but want to move online. So that's a problem we can solve in terms of AI and content creation, which AI is better now than ever. And then obviously, I don't just want to limit myself to online fitness coaches because we have a lot of time. All I have to do in this week is sign 1 client, and it's what I'm going to be doing like for hours and hours each day. So I think obviously we're capped in terms of how many DMs we can send for them. So what I'm also going to do is help gyms, like actual local businesses. And then this is like the best of both worlds, because if you're watching this and you want to help local business owners or like online service providers, this is going to provide insight into that. And then the third category is just anyone who comes to us because we might be posting some TikTok reels, some things like that to maybe, if one can blow up, then we can get some traction. So we're going to put this as just, let's just say like info or people in the like online space. I think this is a really solid start, and it's giving us an idea for who we're helping. So now I have a bit more clarity around these 3 things. So fitness coaches, gyms, and then people online selling info, whatever, something like that. And then the problem we're going to solve, which is now our offer, is going to be obviously molded to these things. So we haven't gone too broad, but we haven't gone too niche down. I think this is a perfect start. And obviously, our offer should mold this. So for fitness coaches, what we're actually going to do is head over to ChatGPT, and we're going to ask ChatGPT, what problems do fitness coaches have which I can solve with my AI agency? So let's just see what ChatGPT has to say, and let's have another drink of some caffeine. So as suspected, this is absolutely perfect. We have client acquisition, lead generation, and I know firsthand a lot of business owners just need lead generation. Like that is the main thing. If you look at my most popular YouTube videos, it's around lead generation, which shows the market and how it demands it. So problem, fitness coaches often struggle to get to find consistent high quality leads. Solution, provide AI powered lead scraping tools, automated DMs, and outreach sequences to help them connect with potential clients in their target demographic. I think that's amazing. And we're obviously bridging the gap in terms of helping them get high quality leads through our AI solutions. Now, content creation problem, coaches need consistent, engaging educational content for their social media to, maybe talk about fitness, gym workouts, things like that. But obviously, it's time consuming and it's repetitive. So we could use AI to generate content ideas, create social media posts, captions, video scripts, and even, graphics tailored to their niche and audience. I think that's amazing. And obviously time management is kind of combining both of them together. So I think this is really solid. Client retention, yes, this can be a thing, but most of these people don't have like hundreds and hundreds of customers. It's only the big dogs that, have this. So I think this is super sick. We can obviously offer this as a downsell later on, because if we do sign a client and we help them with lead generation and we help them with content creation, the goal of an amazing offer should be to create an offer so good and a product so good that we can increase the lifetime value of how much that client pays us down the road by offering them, another solution, something like client retention, reducing churn, increasing LTGP, so lifetime gross profit, and things like that, which is super sick. But for now, let's just create a package around the client acquisition, lead generation, and content creation AI offer. So what I think we're going to do is use this super sick tool called Copy.ai, and I think we're going to actually run like an unproductized offer. So what I mean by that is we're going to just do a shit ton of volume in terms of appointment setting. Now we have the idea of helping people in the fitness space. It could be a gym, it could be a fitness coach. I don't really care who I'm going to take on. As I said, I just need to sign 1 client in 7 days. So we're going to just do a shit ton of volume. We're going to cold call, we're going to DM, we're going to do everything, content, and whoever comes to us, I think we just need to mold ourselves to them, because the main advantage you have as a beginner is you actually have time. Like, I don't have as much time as you guys watching this. So what that means is you can actually use that as your unique selling point when you're first starting, by saying to the prospects that, look, I have all day and night to deliver you results, to work hard, to save you time, like what ChatGPT said is their main constraint. And I think that's a huge, huge benefit that you have that like I don't. So I think that's what I mean about being unproductized. And if they come to you and they say they need like, I don't know, one Instagram reel and a TikTok a day, and they need, let's say, an automated DM sequence and an AI booking bot on Instagram, like, cool, you just deliver that to them for $2,000, whatever it may be. So I think that's what I mean. And we can use tools like this that actually have, if we put a slash here, so what we can actually do is use like these AI tools to deliver the product. So what I mean by that is like, we would offer this as a done for you, service. And then to actually help us save time, we can obviously use like the free AI Instagram caption generator when we are posting for them. We can do like the email marketing generator for them, things like this, which is super sick. And obviously, content idea generator. So we can actually use this to create content ideas for them. So that's going to save them time. It's going to do all of that jazz. And obviously, we're using AI to do this. And then obviously, we're going to be using AI to actually like post the content and come up with ideas, things like that, which I think is awesome. And we may even integrate like giving them an actual CRM. So I think what we're going to do is, in terms of the actual like pricing and the packaged offer that we're going to be selling, I think for pricing, let's just go for something that's like $1,000 to, let's say, $2,000. So $1,000 to $2,000. I think that's, a sweet spot. And in terms of what they'll get, I think we're going to create something like this. They're going to get, let me actually break this down into 3 things for you. So the first thing is going to be, let's say like 30 pieces of content. So 30 content. And that's going to be done through, let's say, copy.ai, which is the tool I just showed you, which is free. We're going to use, obviously, ChatGPT. So we could just put like GPTs here to help us create content ideas for them. And we can obviously use tools like Buffer. Let me put Buffer here. We can use like Canva. We can use like other, like AI softwares to actually edit the reels, like Submagic is another one. So there's a bunch of cool stuff we can do. And obviously I'll walk you through the process of delivering once I actually get a client, which hopefully we can do in the 7 days. You're gonna have to keep watching to find out if we do that. And then also to even make this more valuable. So this content is gonna get them, let's say, I don't know, it's hard to know how many leads this is gonna get them, but the goal is for all of this to get them more leads. And then obviously, once we get them more leads, we need to solve the next problem, which is converting those leads. So that's why I want to put an automation in here, which could be ManyChat, or it could be Go High Level. And this is going to be a DM funnel. So let's just write DM funnel here, DM funnel. This DM funnel is going to be like an AI booking bot. So AI booking bot, let me just write this down. And it's going to be like a sequence. And then actually the third thing is going to be free lead magnets. So the goal of this offer is that we help them get exposure in their market and their expertise by actually posting more content and better quality content. So that'll be 30 pieces of content. And then obviously, let's say twice a week. So that's 8 times per month. So 8 out of this 30 is going to be a comment or DM me CTA for a free lead magnet, which we're going to create on a landing page for them using GHL, so Go High Level. So that obviously allows us to run leads through this like AI lead generation machine, which we've created. And it's very simple. It's a 3-step formula in terms of you create content for them. You have like a automation in place that whenever people DM you for the free stuff, or them, I should say, it's going to obviously DM them back with the actual free lead magnets. And then it's going to carry out the conversation in a sequence, asking them questions and then booking them in for an appointment if they are qualified and they answer the questions correctly. So obviously this is just a landing page, but we can just make like variations of this. I don't know why I couldn't spell landing page, but I had a bit of a dyslexic meltdown right there. So yeah, this is the offer. And I think 1 to 2K is very cheap. The reason I'm going for this is because obviously this is reasonable for like you guys. And if we get any price resistance, so if prospects say like this is too much, we could even give them a few pieces of content for free. Like we could do the first like 2 days, 3 days, just to gain that trust, because most often it's not actually the price that they're rejecting, it's the trust. They don't trust you enough. So that's going to be a big thing, because I can't use my personal brand. I can't use anything that you wouldn't have. So I really need to build this trust by maybe offering free stuff to sort of get them in the door, just like Instagram, YouTube. Like, none of them actually charge for you to use their products, and they've got the world's best products. But their goal is to get the total addressable market onto their software, like Instagram, TikTok, things like that. And it's called the freemium model in software. And the goal is to essentially then collect your data and gain your trust and then hook you onto the platform. So we can use that same approach by actually reaching out to these personal trainers and stuff like that, gyms, stuff, with actually a free thing to gain their trust, and then obviously sell them on the 1 to 2K, which is what we should do. And that won't be too bad of a start, 1 week, $2,000. We could even try and get more. I have no idea what's going to happen, but yeah, I think this is looking pretty promising, and we have the pricing, we've done the niche, obviously, yeah, fitness, gyms, and just online people. We have the name, we have the logo. So what we're going to do now is quickly create our own landing page, and then we're pretty much good to go to actually launch, which is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, which is going to be super sick, because we can actually start reaching out and trying to get clients. I'm going to be building a new Instagram, because obviously I can't use my own Instagram, which is annoying. I'm going to build a new Instagram tomorrow, and I'm going to have to do some calls to maybe some local businesses like gyms. Even like physiotherapists might be a decent one. There's a lot of like massage places in Dubai. So yeah, that could be interesting. So there's a lot of potential. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we're going to keep it moving. So let's actually create the landing page right now. So what we're going to do is go onto GoDaddy.com, and we're going to get the domain. So we're going to buy this right now. So let's do evolve.ai. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this, because I know .ai last names are like quite expensive. So that's like insane. That's like 200,000, maybe like 100,000 pounds. I'm not doing that. This one's like 50 quid still. So I ideally want one for like, yeah, very cheap. So maybe I'm gonna have to, I'll do some digging and see what I can find. Okay, so the other one was making me pay too much. So we're gonna get this one, which is evolveautomation.agency. And I think it should be like $1. So let's just continue with that. And yeah, once I do this, I'm gonna hook it up to the landing page, and then we should be good to go. So let's just continue. Okay, boom, 7 AED, so that's like $1, I think. Okay, perfect. As you can see, we have successfully gotten the domain. So what we can do now is actually go onto Google, and we can search for Go High Level. And obviously, yeah, we want to sign up for the free trial, and that means we don't actually have to pay anything. And they have a 30-day free trial. That's insane. So let's, yeah, I'll get this, and then yeah, we should be good to go. So obviously, yeah, we're not spending any money. Okay, as you can see, we're inside the Evolve sub account, and we have a sad $0 inside the funnel. So I really need to bump this up. I need to get started. So what we're going to do is just create a quick landing page. So I think if we go to sites and go to funnels, we can just do a new funnel. So I think we had to use this AI feature in High Level, to be honest, because once again, I can't be bothered to create a landing page. So I'm just going to put the name of the business as what it is. So Evolve. We're going to select the industry. So hopefully they have like, let's just do software. Yeah, let's just do software company. Obviously is what it is. So click next. I'm looking for a funnel for my software, generate more leads. Should feel, let's do professional, or let's do persuasive. I have no idea what persuasive is. The AI is going to cook up some like, I don't know, some manipulation landing page. Let's just give it a second to load. And yeah, like I think I've had too much caffeine because I'm cracking up the jokes now. I do not like this at all. So what we're going to do is very quickly, we are going to just create our new one from like scratch. So I can show you how I'm going to speed run this. Let's just call this step 1. Let's do booking, because I think it'd just be easier, to be honest. So yeah, if we go here, we can click create. So typically the absolute first thing you need to do is call out who you are helping. So let's do, headline at the top, and let's call this fitness coaches, gyms, and health experts. Let's just do that. And then we're going to add a column under underneath this, or click add. We're going to add a column right here, and then we're going to have our offer. So we can actually make this smaller, because typically this can just be like, I don't know, let's say like 20. Yeah, that's perfect. We can obviously make this a bit bigger. So let's do like, yeah, that. You can see this is already coming together. That is not burning, but that is during. So let's change that to burning. Perfect. And then we can actually do something like this to make it stand out. We're going to change this and make it look a lot better. I want that higher up. So I'll make the tweaks. And then underneath this, we're going to put some risk reversal, because the number one reason why people won't book appointments if you do have a good offer is because there's risk. So you can say 0 risk. You only pay if it works. So that's perfect.
I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day.
No one's gonna fucking come to help me. No one's gonna fucking come to help me. It's fucking me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I gotta start doing is facing every fucking fear I have.
We've just managed to finish the landing page. I'm going to show you it in literally 2 seconds. It took like 15-20 minutes, a bit longer than I wanted, but we managed to get it done. So let me just flip the camera, and as you can see, we have the calling out of the niche. So fitness coaches, gyms, and health experts unlock 50 new burning hot leads per week for your coaching offer using our new AI lead generation content machine. 0 risk, only pay if it works. You can see that we have our booking page right here. And then what we've actually done is, if we go here, you can see that if we view this, what I need to do is actually add a post-booking video. So once they book, they will watch this 10-minute content asset that gets them nurtured for the meeting. So that concludes this episode. What I'm going to do tomorrow is try and get some appointments on the calendar. So I'm going to be DMing the coaches. I'm going to be doing some cold calls to gyms, which I haven't done in a long time, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to get back into it and really get stuck in with the high friction activities. Because if I'm going to sign a client in 7 days, I have to get stuck in. I have to do the things that aren't the most comfortable. And it's a really good indicator of how, if your day was easy, that means your future is going to be hard. And if your day was hard, your future is going to be easy. So I think I really need to get stuck into the high friction activities. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And there are going to be 3 episodes to this series. This was episode 1. And this was obviously the foundation setup. So this is the easy stuff. In the next episode, which will be released probably in a few days, maybe a week max, because my editors need to edit it and stuff. But in the next episode, I'm going to compile day 2, 3, 4 all together, and hopefully would have gotten some appointments in that episode. So that's going to be the really exciting ones. You do not want to miss next episode, because obviously, as I said, it's going to be getting juicy in that one, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, just drop a like, comment, and subscribe, because you may win the $500 as well as the agency, which is pretty sick. Share with a friend, and hopefully you learned something in this episode, and it's only going to get crazier from this point on. This was just a warm-up for the next episode or 2, so yeah, subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll catch you in the next one.